Liverpool v. everybody. Well then, Anfield, all done 3-1 to the Reds against West Ham. Listen, just happy to get another win. And look, we always want to win, obviously, as supporters, but it made it a bit more special when their player had something to say before the game, which didn't bother me too much because of the player who said it. It's just like whatever, but I don't know, just something that feels good about sort of shutting him up and also his team. It is a team game, though, so I don't want to make it too much of a personal thing, but that does feel good to me. So, overall, I'm just, again, really proud of the guys. Darwin Núñez, he's such an unlucky dude sometimes, man, and I've seen something change in his mentality this season where it doesn't seem like his missed opportunities takes him out of the game mentally. He stays in the game, keeps fighting, clearly has the support of the players, his team, the club, the managers, and all that. So big shout out to Darwin Núñez. Really proud of him. The goal he misses is a rough one to miss, as a fan watching it, and I'm sure him, playing. But to bounce back and maybe even definitely a harder opportunity he takes. So it's sort of sweet in that way. I'm loving seeing the midfield and what we're able to produce for this team, man. It seems like it's been a long time since we've had guys in the midfield that can pick out dudes like we did today. I mean, the Curtis Jones situation, even though it doesn't count, that's a great pass from Szoboszlai. It's just an amazing pass, and to be able to see that and also to make it happen, to get it done, just amazing. It's unfortunate, of course, Curtis Jones not getting that or not counting, but it was still a beautiful moment in the game and a great passage of play. And then again, with McAllister, for the goal for Núñez, just a beautiful ball. A light touch, it hits in the perfect kind of situation, and the way Núñez is able to catch it, the goalie has no chance. And that's a situation where it could go wide, but Núñez was able to time it right and get it done. So just proud of the dudes. I think in terms of guys who just didn't really show much, in my opinion, today was Luis Diaz. He did work hard. He did have moments, but he kind of wasn't on par, in my opinion, with the other guys around in the forward and attacking sense. Not saying he had a bad game. I just think, in terms of the guys I feel like could have done more in the game, it would be him for me. And I think, again, back to Salah, another game where it feels like he's becoming a complete player now, at this age and at this time for Liverpool. It just seems like he's able to do so many other things. You don't really sense that or feel that sort of this idea that we had of him at one point of being a selfish player. He's almost looking to pass first sometimes, it seems like to me. So when you have that in your team and you got dudes really just fighting for each other, again, a lot of the moments in tackles where we double team and get out of look, I'll say something real quick. Paqueta for them, Is it Lucas Paqueta? Whatever his first name is. This dude is a player. He didn't show a whole lot going forward, but getting out of moments where you just felt like it's impossible for him to get out of, 2-3 red shirts around, he still gets out of them. Just a really, really good talent. I enjoyed watching him today. Other than that, for them, there really wasn't much to show, in my opinion. I think Paqueta was definitely the standout dude. And that was it. I mean, I feel like Kudos had a really good game for them midweek. And I kind of thought he'd start today. And I think he's a guy that can bring them a lot of excitement off the bench. Not really sure what's going on with Cornet. I believe they have Cornet. He didn't see the pitch at all today. So just kind of strange, some of the decisions that Moyes made for them. And I think a team like that, the way they play defensively, not necessarily like parking the bus, but they do play a defensive style of football. It lasts for so long. And once you go down, you got to change that. And they didn't really seem to change that much. Or maybe they did, and that's why it seemed to open up for us. We could have gotten maybe probably 4 or 5 there. Jota comes on and gets one. Probably could have had another before the game was over. But, overall, just really proud of the boys, man. They played really well. Good to see Endo get some time. Thank you, Gavin Burke. To a man, even though I spoke about Diaz earlier, I think to a man, we were pretty much on it today. Really, really proud of Gomez and the way he's been playing the last couple of games. Matip stepped up today. There's not really much in a negative light to really talk about, and that's what you want to see in this point in the season when you can say we're still getting acclimated with players, but we look really good. We look really, really good, man. I guess the one thing would be I want to see us not, for me, we tend to, when we go up a goal, we tend to get a little sort of just a little, kind of just relaxed a bit, kind of, a little complacent, and things start to get a little sloppy. I like to see us clean that up, and that's probably me nitpicking a bit. But other than that, if you want to look at negatives, there's not really much to look at. Really big win. We got the result. We won it in the North London Derby. That's a draw, so they both get a point apiece. So we are right behind City, and for me, it was always going to be that. I know it's still early in the season, but those are the two teams for me. There's some other good teams out there, but in terms of battling for the title, I don't really think there's too many other teams you can really think about beyond us and City. So had the Derby game on, watching that while I was watching Liverpool, and yeah, like I said, that was a crazy game, and a draw is what we wanted from that. So anyway, look, we finished the weekend with a victory, and look forward to the next one. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next weekend.